Faith and belief are at the heart of spirituality, mythology, and folklore. I met with healers who have the ability to tap into the energy of the universe and heal their clients. Join me as we explore life in the metaphysical fast lane and soul blaze your life. Have you ever wondered about the purpose of life and the journey of the soul? I believe that we are all spiritual beings having human experiences, and I've been interested in finding out more about how our soul purpose comes into play with our personality. In this episode, I learn about the unconscious realm and the blueprint of the soul with the Akashic Records, and I tap into the subconscious realm of the soul with a hypnosis session. The Akashic Records are a vibrational record of a soul and its journey, an archive of past, present, and future possibilities. The word Akasha is a Sanskrit word meaning primary substance out of which all things are formed. This energy field is so sensitive that anytime we have a feeling, thought, or take action, it will register an impression within this field. The records are a library of all this energy as it pertains to your specific soul journey. One of the most famous people to be able to tap into the Akashic Records was Edgar Casey in the early 1900s. He described them as the Book of Life, sort of like the universe's supercomputer system. He used the records to give over 14,000 readings to people where he was able to diagnose illness and provide treatments. Cut to today, and let me introduce you to Helen. She's an Akashic Records practitioner that can tap into the energy field and can interpret these messages.
We are going to open up Lisa's Akashic Records so that we can understand a little bit more about her journey, her exploration, and understanding this modality a little bit more. The records are now open. The primary way that I receive the records is audio. What it feels like is a conversation between friends, and I'm the interpreter. So I'm interpreting these messages from the masters, teachers, and loved ones for Lisa. There's two parts to every record. The first is the soul blueprint, which is the themes and lessons that a soul is here to experience, learn, grow, and evolve from. The second part of the records is known as the Chronicles of You, the story of the soul, how it comes into awareness of itself. So is there anything specific that you want to explore in your records?
How many lifetimes have I had in the past?
They keep saying as a human being, 46.
46?
They said
wow.
They said 46 like 3 times.
What else have I come as?
Right now they're being a little general. They just said various expressions ranging from plants, animals, minerals. They're even showing me like a body of water and a mountain. They're saying that your life force has experienced many different ways of expressing itself. Like they're saying it's only natural that you would have had those experiences as something else. Like they just tell me like that's a very evolved being.
How many people on the planet are a more evolved being at this time? Are there many of us?
The best way that they can describe it is that like half of the population is older souls with different levels of awakening, whereas the other 50% are very young. But then they also said, in terms of awakening, it's like 3% of the population. We have old souls on the planet who are not yet fully awakened.
Oh, okay. So why are some of us awakened and others not?
They just said urgency for growth and transformation.
But why aren't there 50% of the population? Why aren't they sending those people down?
While there is an urgency, it will just continue to evolve in a sustainable way. Too much too fast will create an imbalance, and they say can be catastrophic.
Oh, wow.
So they say steady climb. It's a steady climb.
Okay. All this talk about advanced souls got me thinking about extraterrestrials. When I was 10 years old, I remember looking out the window one night and begging for the universe to show me if UFOs and aliens were real. Later that night, I had an encounter with some strange beings and bright lights. I bolted awake and saw that I was on a ship, and there were beings doing some sort of scientific measurements on me. I wasn't afraid of them because they felt like friends, but I definitely asked them to send me back home because I wanted out of there. Immediately, I was sitting up in my bed. I know I wasn't dreaming this, but I never could explain it. So I was curious if Helen had any information about this event. It felt really real. It seems like they came twice. I felt like I was on a spaceship. Well, I'm not sure. It was so long ago. That face.
No, they said, well, because, okay, so they were talking and they were showing me. I heard them say, of course she's been visited quite a few times. And then they were showing me this image of like a spotlight, and I actually saw one of these beings like step forward. So yes, they are confirming your suspicion, but also know that you wouldn't make it up and it's real.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they were very nice, and it wasn't a traumatic thing, but
yeah,
it felt very, very real.
Yeah.
And it stuck with me all these years. I'm like, I wonder what that was about. Do they know what that was about?
Let me
what they
see.
did to me? As soon as my recollection is, as soon as I said, I need to go back, I'm scared. Somehow I was back. And I don't know if that back was a week or a day or a minute or a millisecond. I don't know.
Right. Okay. They said she needs to know where she comes from. She needs to know that she's connected. She is not abandoned here on this planet. She's an extension. The beings are comforting her. So they were comforting you in knowing how and where you were connected. But that when you felt you were away from your physical family for too long, you wanted to be back. So it's for her to know that she's always connected to this place.
But what was the purpose of it?
For you to know you are not abandoned here. Like you haven't just been dropped and left. Like they say, home.
Okay. Is there a God? Or is God the universe?
They say God is Big Bang, creation. It's a force.
So not a human form?
Never.
Person.
They say never. Would be limitation to other beings in different places to be human or with gender. It is a presence.
Okay. Why were we created? Is it just because of the Big Bang and we just were?
They're saying that it's about the growth and evolution of life as energy into physical form, but that when humans are incarnated, their physical expressions need to evolve and grow. So everything is about evolution and growth. But then what I also see is like the non-physical energy and life force, that needing to evolve and grow as well.
Why are some people born into horrendous situations?
They just said that those are very paramount lessons for their evolution, but they say life needs to understand all sides. So that's like a little sliver of the pie. Like if someone didn't like crust, on pie. It's like, oh, well, I got to try it to know that I don't like it. Because otherwise they take life for granted. They don't know what it's like to be on the other side.
What does it say that I signed up for this lifetime? What am I supposed to do or accomplish?
First thing I heard them say was inspire, but they showed me this really beautiful, like gold field of energy. And I felt people connected to you being inspired to that level. But then I saw you like rise up and inspire again. So it's like you continually are like elevating and lifting. So you're teaching people how to tap into the depth of their soul to find the inspiration that has helped them overcome through so many other difficult times. It's always there, always needs to be identified and found. So they say, like, you can see it. You know how to see it. You know how to dispel that wisdom.
It does seem like that's what my journey's been, constantly learning and growing and put into situations that are somewhat unique.
They were kind of joking and they just said, can you imagine just having a job on this planet to inspire people? And they say, like, that's what your job is. You're really supporting people through their difficulties and their challenges.
Okay. Do they want to share anything else?
They're saying, don't get caught up in the human minutia. Focus on the work and the bigger picture. These are all small happenings. Like, these are all small happenings. And when you know yourself in context to your body of work, you will look back upon these experiences and be grateful that you focused on the bigger work at hand. And they say, don't play small. And then they're saying, focus on the prize, the destiny.
Okay. That's something we can all learn from. Focus on gratitude and finding joy in your life. We're all here for a purpose, and we all have gifts and talents that we bring to those around us. I believe we're here to discover our gift, develop it, and then share it with the world. If we all take the time to do that, maybe the world would be a little bit brighter. After diving into the blueprint of my unconscious soul, I decided to explore the world of my subconscious mind. The subconscious is the part of us that does things automatically, like driving, getting dressed, and vacuuming. They say you can change your conscious behavior if you change your unconscious beliefs. So I contacted Marcel to have a hypnosis session. After an injury, the one thing I've had an issue with has been working out. It seems like it perpetuates my injuries. Marcel said that he could help me create a subconscious belief that working out is fun and safe. I figure it's worth a shot, and I'm doing everything I can to stay open to new ideas.
Lisa called me because she wants me to help her get rid of her limiting beliefs towards fitness and weight loss. So I came here today and I'm going to use different modalities such as hypnosis, NLP, and a few other psychological techniques to get her past these limiting beliefs so she can not only achieve the body she desires, but make it very easy for her. I'm going to help you get the right emotional state, and then from that, eradicate everything that would get you out of it, teach you how to get back into it, and then from there, you should be pretty solid. It should be very easy. It'll be very congruent. The only reason you wouldn't get to where you want to go is because of some kind of inconsistency or internal, conflict. So if there's an internal conflict, for example, towards getting fit, that's why you won't do it. Because there's a party that says, I want it, and then there's a party that says no.
Correct.
And that party that says no is what's stopping you from really doing everything. So everything that's been making you uncomfortable comes from a part of you that says, hey, I'm uncomfortable.
Yes.
I want to eradicate that part.
Okay.
So almost
That's
nothing
perfect.
will be uncomfortable, and then it'll be super easy. You have your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is extremely extremely powerful. It's the part of your mind that processes up to 50 million bits of information every second. Unless you change things in your unconscious mind, you're going to continue to have the same thoughts, and those thoughts are going to create the same feelings, which are going to create the same actions, and then you're going to have the same results. 5 to 10% of the day, you're completely present, you're in the moment, you're like, I'm going to make a change, I'm going to do it. And that's what we call willpower. And after a certain amount of time, eventually, it becomes an unconscious pattern. Like, think about the first time you started driving. Could you open the window? I couldn't open the window. I couldn't touch the radio. Now you could probably drive, do your makeup, eat, and text at the same time, right? Because it's become unconscious. So it's so easy. You don't have to think about it. So what I want to do right now is I want to make things unconscious for you. Like when you get up in the morning and you brush your teeth, you don't really have to think about it. You just do it. If you don't do it, you probably feel gross and you come up with a million different reasons for why it's so bad. I'm going to do the same thing for you at the gym. You're going to come up with a million reasons for why you have to work out. And if you don't work out, you're going to feel really bad about it.
Okay.
Rather than, if I don't work out, oh, okay, great. I didn't work out today.
Got out of it today.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to switch pretty much the feelings, right? When I'm going to hypnotize her, I'm going to use something called an induction. Now, an induction just induces someone into the state of hypnosis. Now, a lot of you at home may not believe in hypnosis or not even be familiar with it. Well, hypnosis is a natural state of mind that everyone goes into. Now, from age 0 to 8, your brain's in something called theta. It's a brainwave pattern. Now, theta is hypnosis. That's why when you're a child, you can learn things instantaneously. So I'm going to put her back into that super learning state so we could change the limiting beliefs she adopted sometime in her childhood to allow her to be able to get fit very easily and create a new belief system that's congruent with whatever it is she's looking to get. I want you to focus on those fingers, okay? And realize I can't do this for you. You have to do this for yourself. So as long as you focus on what I say and use your imagination, you're going to be awesome. So look at your fingers and focus on them and just imagine them getting closer and closer. Now I want you to imagine there's a brass ring around those fingers. Now imagine how stiff and rigid a brass ring is, how strong a brass ring is. Now imagine that brass ring is getting so tight around these fingers that it's starting to merge into those fingers. Now those fingers are becoming brass. Can you see that? Can you imagine that? Perfect. Now in a moment you're going to find that everything stopping you from being completely congruent with working out has moved into these fingers. The reason you've been stuck in any area, the reason you've been stuck in going into anything uncomfortable is because it's now in your fingers. And those fingers are now stuck. And the only way you can pull them apart is when you immediately eradicate that belief, and you will literally not be able to go back to that. And just think about all the things that you haven't been able to do. That's all stacked into that finger. That's why it feels pretty stuck now, doesn't it? Now, hypnosis isn't a state where I do something for her. It's a state in which I guide her into a process where she makes the change. If she doesn't want to make the change, it's not going to happen, which is why it's very vital to have enough rapport with her and to put her in a setting where she's extremely comfortable so she can make this transformation for herself. I'm gonna help you out, okay? When I say the word sleep, you're not going to sleep. Your eyes close, your body relaxes, and you're just gonna let yourself completely focus and sleep all the way down, just like that, all the way deep. Completely relaxing your mind and your body now with 5, 4, 3. So what I'm expecting today is for Lisa to tell me what's been stopping her and what she's associated towards fitness, because every behavior is either going towards pleasure or away from pain. And she's clearly associated some kind of pain towards fitness and getting the body she desires. By the time I count to 5, you're going to find the harder you try to go back to how you used to be, the more confident you become. The more you think about fitness, the more you love it. You cannot wait to work out. You cannot wait to accomplish your goals. And you realize there's not a single day that's going to go by that you're not going to feel motivated and inspired to do it, because you know that you will have an impact on others and yourself. Now it's up to you, by the time I count to 5, to realize that this could either be your reality or not. So now with 1, allow yourself to feel that confidence. 2, feel that motivation through your body. 3, feel that certainty in the fact that you have changed. 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake.
Okay. Woo!
How do you feel?
No, I feel good.
Yeah, think about the gym real quick.
Love it.
You love it?
Love it.
You feel it?
Yes.
It's that easy, huh? Cool, right?
Yeah. I didn't feel like a miracle happened, that bam, I was a different person. But I do know that it's important to start saying what you want in the positive. So yes, I feel good and I love the gym because that's what I'm creating.
Certainty makes you go take the action to get the result. It makes you take advantage of the opportunity. It makes you take advantage of the moment. So right now, ask yourself, are you ready to take advantage of them every single moment? Seize the moment, seize the day. Yes. Right? And get to where you want to go. If you work out every day and eat healthy every day and do what you're supposed to do every single day, where are you going to be?
I'm going to have that 6-pack. I'm going to be strong and I'm going to reach all my goals. Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu famously said, "Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. We need to watch our thoughts if we want the destiny that we envision for ourselves and the world. To manifest anything, we need to stay strong and healthy, and it takes daily practice. So I'm on the ride, and I will try. I will follow through. You can try to pick up the pencil, or you can just pick it up. The choice is yours.